Good evening. How does one understand something that is above your understanding? How can we, for example, go to the beach and look at the sea and then understand how great the oceans of the world is? Is it possible to, even with everything that we see at that moment, grasp the greatness of the oceans? It's surely not. We get into a similar situation when we start thinking of the attributes of God, the characteristics of who He is. In these first couple of verses of Psalm 139, the omniscience of the Lord, the fact that He knows everything about everything, comes into focus. Now that's something that's just above our understanding. We can't even know what everything is. How can we therefore grasp that the Lord knows everything about everything? When the writer of the Psalms considers the omniscience of the Lord, he only starts to get a grasp of it when he applies it to himself personally. In the first 4 verses, we see how he views this, but when he says, "O Lord, you have searched me, and you know me. You know me when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my coming in, my lying down. You are familiar with all of my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you know it completely, O Lord." Why would someone want the Lord to know them this intimately? Jeremiah found joy in the fact that the Lord knew him this intimately when he was attacked by people. He had the conviction and the expectation that the Lord would search him and find him to be faithful and then act justly against his opponents. We find a similar conviction in Psalm 17 verse 3 when the writer of the psalm asks the Lord to come and search him even while he is sleeping. And it's in this vein that the writer of the Psalm 139 finds joy and is filled with wonder by the fact that the Lord knows him so intimately. He realizes that the Lord looks deeply within him, that nothing is covered before the eyes of the Lord. From the smallest decisions, whether I sit or whether I rise, to his private life when he is in his home, or his public life wherever his ways may lead him. The Lord knows it all. The Lord even knows his thoughts and his motives. It's all in full view of the Lord. When we consider the attributes of the Lord, it is possible to lose our way in the vastness, the greatness of it all, because He is indescribable after all. But at the same time, we can find wonder and joy and peace when we realize that the Lord that knows everything about everything also knows me and you. He knows us. He knows who we are. What an amazing realization this is. We can simply call out with joy and with thanksgiving, "Thank you, Lord, that you know me." Good evening.